भाषणम् मार्गदर्शनं विनोक्तभाषणम् गुरुमुखादिकं यथा मया श्रुतं गुरुमुखादिकं यथा मया श्रुतं विचार्य निश्चितं विकासदायकं विचार्य निश्चितं विकासदायकम् अस्ति यत्तव प्रभुरपायनम् अस्ति यत्तव प्रभुरपायनम् तेन यत्त्वया कृतं निवेदनम् तेन यत्त्वया कृतं निवेदनम् कर्मणि सदा कुशलमाचर कर्मणि सदा कुशलमाचर ततः समर्पणे निवृत्तिमाश्रय ततः समर्पणे निवृत्तिमाश्रय यस्य जीवनं दैवमाश्रितं यस्य जीवनं दैवमाश्रितं बद्धवैः सह अधीनय स्थितं बद्धवैः सह अधीनय स्थितं दैवनिर्मिता नैव चिन्तना दैवनिर्मिता नैव चिन्तना याति परिणता उद्यमं विना याति परिणता उद्यमं विना अतीतखेदनं भविष्यचिन्तनम् अतीतखेदनं भविष्यचिन्तनं त्यक्तचित्पलात् भव्य आचर त्यक्तचित्पलात् भव्य आचर प्रीतिभावना नन्ददायिका प्रीतिभावना नन्ददायिका श्रेष्ठता परा प्रेमयोग्यता श्रेष्ठता परा प्रेमयोग्यता तुष्टिरात्मनि नास्ति यद्धृति तुष्टिरात्मनि नास्ति यद्धृति निर्धनः खलु अर्थवानपि निर्धनः खलु अर्थवानपि इदमपि ध्रुवं संविलीयते इदमपि ध्रुवं संविलीयते अमृतभाषणं स्मर निरन्तरम् अमृतभाषणं स्मर निरन्तरम् चिन्मय गुरो आस्पदं प्रति चिन्मय गुरो आस्पदं प्रति मार्गदर्शनं तेनोक्तभाषणम् मार्गदर्शनं तेनोक्तभाषणम् चिन्मय गुरो चिन्मय गुरो चिन्मय गुरो
ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम् Thanks to all of you. I'm giving thanks to you, Thanksgiving, for coming this weekend for this 2-day event. We will have 4 sessions of explanation on this. 9:30 now we started, 9:30 to 10:30. Then there is again a half an hour break. Not to have tea, but just to go to the restroom. Because the more you take, more times you go. So just relax for a half an hour. Then again we'll meet at 11 to 12. Followed by that there will be question answer. I question, you answer. And then we will break for lunch. Same will be tomorrow. Puja Gurudev Swami Chinmayananda, he was a person of great vision. We also have eyes, but we see only what is in front of us. Mahatmas are known as Rishis. The Indian tradition, Hindu tradition, they are called Rishis. The very word Rishi means one who sees. Rishyate. Iti Rishihi. One who sees beyond what eyes can see. In that way, even scientists are Rishis only. Because they do not merely go by what is presented to them as objects or things. They visualize things that are not there objectively, but the possibilities are there. For example, those who thought of first that we can land in the moon, they visualized it. Right? Chandrayana, Mangalayana. The Mangalayana people have thought how to go there on the southern side when others have not gone, the South Pole. Right? So how they visualized and how they accomplished is history. So Rishis are those who have seen those things which eyes cannot see and you and I cannot even comprehend. And they also have heard information or gained information which our minds cannot hear or our minds cannot think. And that is why our scriptures are known as Shruti. Shruti means heard. What is heard? So they have heard things which others could not see, others could not even comprehend. But not only that they heard or visualized, thought about it, they made sure that people are given the means to achieve it also. Those who are interested. Those who are interested, eager to know, they reached out to those great masters and then they found guidance. And that is called Marga Darshanam. Marga means path. Darshanam is vision. Vision of the path which leads to what cannot be seen. So Chinmaya Guroho Marga Darshanam. The way Gurudev had taught us through his own words to see things which cannot be otherwise known or seen. As I said, great masters in every field are those who have great vision. Whether political leaders, spiritual leaders, science, people belonging to the fields of science, management people who have come up with greater ideas. In the past we had Chanakya and such other people who have visualized things much loftier and subtler than others during their times. So every field there are people who could excel beyond their times. Gurudev was such a person who visualized what would be useful for posterity. Bhagavan Krishna was a great person of vision. What he taught as Bhagavad Gita is not only for at that time for Arjuna, but for all humanity to follow forever. So all the rishis of the past have given to us certain things which are so deep, subtle, lofty. And only when we start understanding and following it, we will realize how beneficial those teachings are. So here in this first verse, I have put this point. This thought came to me quite some time back actually, that I must think about Gurudev's words and put it in a very simple form. In such a, of course, what he said itself is very simple in a way. But in a poetic form, when you put it, it has its own, impact. Washing powder. What? Why so many washing powders are there? Why are you saying Nirma there? Those who are in that time, 80s and 90s, there is only one washing powder, and that's what is shown all the time on the TV. So when you put it in the form of a song or rhythmically, then it catches your attention and remains forever. That's why all our Upanishads are in a poetic form. Gita itself is in poetry form. So, Tulsi Ramayana, Valmiki Ramayana, Kamba Ramayana, Narayaniyam, Bhagavatam, Puranas, all in poetic forms. Why? Because it is easy to remember, easy to recollect. And it is set to meters. We can easily remember the very pattern and the very arrangement of ideas. 2 days back, I was in San Francisco, and I went to meet a person who collects all the bronze, old, ancient items, vigrahas. So I went to see his collection. He had something, 200 plus 300 maybe more. Some of them belong to 8th century, 7th century, things like that. Then we were discussing on various forms of murtis. And he asked me this question, Swamiji, I have one murti where Ganesha and Saraswati together. I just do not understand what is the reason why they are both together. Not very often you see that kind of iconography. So I said, there is a reason. Oh, what is it? He said. So I said, wait. It is said by Tulsidas. So where is it? In the beginning of Tulsi Ramayana. Varnanam arthasanganam rasanam chandasamapi mangalanam chakartaro vande vani vinayako. He was quite surprised. How do you remember that? That is what it is. In this, put it in the form of a poetry, you don't need to search for things. It will just, the pattern is seen. And the words are there already in a particular order. So I don't need to refer to a book or look at something because it is already there. And the words are also in that particular meter, so you don't need to struggle for it. So also Bhagavad Gita and many other such texts, because they are put in a particular chandas meter, it's easy for us to remember. That's why I put this in a particular chandas. This is similar to that of Upadeshasara if you look at carefully. Karturajñaya prapyate phalam karma kim param karma tachanam. Isn't it? Chinmaya guru aspadam prati margadarshanam dinoktabashanam. This is Guruji's favorite, what do you call, meter. If you see that birthday song, Janmadinamidam ai priya sakhe shantanotu te, right? But if you change the music of Janmadinamidam, if he had put the tune so that it doesn't sound, but the same chandas. Here also, Chinmaya Guru Aspadam Pradi Margadarshanam Tenokta Bhashanam. So, this is the same meter. Anyway, so when you put in the form of a meter or chandas, it's easy to remember. That's why I attempted on that. Sanskrit is a very beautiful language and complex also. It's a highly structured language. That's why it's called Samskrita. Highly structured, highly cultured. A structured language is that you're looking for something. Highly structured language is that which is very flexible. Flexible because in any way you put it, anywhere you put the word, the meaning will change, won't change. But English is not like that. When we say in Sanskrit, Ramaha vanam gacchati, right? Simple. Rama goes to forest. You can say gacchati vanam Ramaha. Same meaning. Vanam gacchati Ramaha. Same meaning. Ramaha vanam gacchati, gacchati vanam Ramaha, vanam gacchati Ramaha. Anywhere you put it will be the same. Try in English. Try. Forest goes Rama. Forest is going. Where is forest going? Goes forest Rama. Rama forest goes. Make big sense. So when a language is flexible, you can play with that easily with the chandas. In a poetic meter, there are certain structures that have to be created, but the words can move and the meaning won't change. That's why the language is very convenient to use. There are many languages like that. Even Tamil is like that. It's also one of the ancient languages. And it has its own structure. And there also there is chandas and meters and all. It's a very deep literary language. So here coming back to the point, Gurudev's words are immortal and were profound when he spoke by himself, when he was speaking himself, when he was addressing the audience, when he gave the thoughts, they were definitely very powerful. And those who have had the great opportunity to be in his presence and hear it from his own words, they really had benefited the most. Because the words of a person not comes merely by speech from the heart. That's why a man of experience, when he or she speaks, a person of experience, when that person speaks, it is not an intellectual or verbal idea. It is soaked in the experience of that person. So when we sit or when you are in the presence of a Mahatma like him, when he speaks, you cannot but understand. In Upanishad it is said, there is no other way, but you have to understand. You have to. Because it comes with such an amount of power. So here, the intent of this whole composition is to understand his words, which shines the path or lightens the path towards whom? Towards himself. Because he stands for what he was talking. The life's highest purpose is to be free, is to be happy, is to be free of all entanglements. And nobody has any doubt about that. Because what we call as happiness, loosely we use the word happiness, its real meaning is freedom. Is it not true? Can you be happy when you are not free? Can you not be happy when you are free? The freedom, another word for freedom is happiness. But our present day understanding of happiness is achievements, success, accomplishments, right? Recognition, name, fame, etc. But true happiness is when we are free of all things that bind us. As I said in the meditation session, you are truly happy when you are sleeping. That's why at the end of the sleep, you feel so relaxed, so peaceful. Why? There is nothing held you back. Nothing was a bondage at that point. You are not worried, you are not unhappy, you are not conditioned, you are not in thinking about any problems. Your body is not giving you trouble, your spouse is not giving you any trouble, your office or the workplace is not troubling you, your children are not troubling you. So we all look forward to that state of being free every day. Is that true? Anybody would say, I have an option of sleeping every day. No, you have no option. You have to sleep. And you look forward to it at the end of the day, because that is when you actually are getting away from all the so-called bondages of life, everyday life. You cannot say, I had a wonderful sleep, I'm very unhappy about it. No. Right? So freedom and happiness are synonymous. And bondage and misery are synonymous. Opposite of that. So what is his state? What is the state of a person who reached that state of happiness, freedom? And his words are going to lead us to that point. So therefore, marga in Sanskrit means a path. Marg in Hindi, marg hota hai. Many of the roads are called marg. Similarly, in Sanskrit, marga is a path. Karma marga, bhakti marga, dhyana marga, jnana marga. When you say, what does it mean? The path of knowledge, the path of devotion, the path of action. And when you are traveling, you always need to know whether you're in the right direction. When you are traveling, you always have to know whether you are in the right direction. What you have is nowadays, Guru Parampara system. It's called GPS. And I was wondering, when we did not have GPS, what were we doing? Huge map, printed out, or the printed map, and you don't even know where you are, right? At least now the map is there, again map is there, no doubt, but it shows where you are. Even when you go to a national park or somewhere, no, and they put a huge map, and then they put a huge map, and then they'll say, put a red mark, you are here. One person came to me and said, Swamiji, how does he know that we are here? How stupid that question is. So in a map, you have to find where am I? And then which direction I have to go. If the signboards are okay, then you are okay. But if you go to India, signboards won't be there. That will be the wrong direction. Which direction? Sometimes the signboard show upward. One person was driving, so there was a fork, two roads, one going this one going. So he didn't know what to do. So there was a small shop there. In India, there was a small shop. Yeah. Chai wala. Went there. Chai chahiye? No, chai wala. Because most chai fellows are Malayali. So. I don't want chai, but tell me, where does this road going? I don't know. You are having a shop here, and you do not know where this road is going. That fellow was intelligent. Sir, you understand one thing. What? Road doesn't go anywhere. You go anywhere. Okay, where does this, okay, if I go in this road, where did I go? I have no idea. He got very, very angry. You have a shop and there are two roads. You don't know what is the destination of this road and what is the destination of that road. Yeah, I don't know. And I'm not bothered about that. I'm not confused like you. But I have to ask you one question that will ask. What? Where do you want to go? You have come all the way here to ask me this question. Where do you want to go? He said, I don't know. Then he said, oh stupid, then take any road. See, when you don't know where you want to go, how does it matter which road is it taking? Similarly, the GPS will be useful only when you know where you want to go. Yeah. First thing what they ask?
Enter destination.
Enter destination first. And then they say, we calculate the location where you are right now. We know it. Similarly, when you approach a guru, he would ask, where and what you want to achieve. And if you say, I want to be a good businessman, I want to get a lot of money, then you would say, I am not the person. You go somewhere else. So you ask a spiritual guru, what you should ask? What is my purpose in life? What is that which I need to achieve at the end of this existence as a human being? What is my destination? What is the destination where you have already reached? As Nachiketas did that. When he went to Yama, Bhagavan Yama asked, what is that you want? He said, what you have reached. That which is beyond death. What is beyond death? Asti teke nayamasti tichaike etat vidyam anushishtastvayaham varanamesha varastuti. Some people say there is existence beyond death. Some people say there is no existence beyond death. I want to know. And I cannot ask any common man, right? Only I can ask you because you are the one who sees the soul beyond death. If I ask any human being, they are not going to explain to me. Why? Because they are not going to be knowing where. I mean, I cannot even talk to a person who's already dead. Nor anybody who's already dead and gone can come back and tell me. But you, who knows what happens after death, alone can say what is beyond. So, when you are asking the guru or a spiritual guru, then what is that which you have reached, which should be my destination? So that is Guroho Aspadam. Aspadam means abode. Chinmaya Guroho Aspadam Prati. Towards the abode of Chinmaya Guru, towards the final destination which he has already reached, towards that, Margadarshanam, the path leading to him, leading to that destination, the marga, one who can make me visualize, one who makes me able to see that very Margadarshanam. What is that? What is that which can reveal to me that destination? so that I can comprehend, okay, this is where I'm going. What is that which can reveal to me? Tena Ukta Bhashanam, what he said, what he gave out as his advice, what he gave out as his teaching. His own teaching lead us to him. His own words will lead us to his destination. That's why Gurudev said, when you are ready, close your eyes and you will see me. I'm waiting for you. Gurus are not going to carry you. He always said, I'm not a donkey to carry you. I'll only show you the way, you walk the path. I'll give you directions, I'll give you the methods, I'll give you the inspiration, I'll give you the guidance. But the journey must be undertaken by you. Even Bhagavan Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, what he gave to Arjuna was a path. He didn't say that I will take you there. No. Uddhared Atmana Atmanam. You lift yourself by yourself. Na Atmanam Avasade. Don't put down yourself. You alone can reach by your own effort. But I can show you the means, the methods, the path, the inspiration, the guidance, the teaching. That's why the teachings are usually called Upadesh. What is Upadesh? In Sanskrit, Upa means near. Upa Samipa. Dishadi is to show. Upadesha means coming closer to you and shows you. This is the way. Upadesh is not really to be translated as, even though we do advice, but actually meaning is showing the direction. Upe samepe stitva sishyam prati dishati. He shows to the Sishya going closer to him. That is Upadesh. So here, Gurudev's own words lead us to his abode. And his abode being the state of pure happiness. That happiness is total freedom. See, really speaking, all of us are continuously seeking this freedom. For example, if you are sitting in a chair, after some time you shift. Why? You are feeling a little uncomfortable. You are not feeling free. Or if I tell you, you have to sit here for next 4 hours. Or when you go home after the half-day program here, what does your dog would do? Ah! You come back. Let's go out. Let's go out. It's ready to take you out for a walk. Not that it wants to walk. It looks at you, such a one, eaten lunch, dinner, everything. Now let us go for a walk to make you somewhat better. So it is out of your concern for you to take you for a walk. So even a dog, you cannot hold it for a long time in a room, right? Try. It will shout, it will bark to death. I want to be free. So every one of us are looking for the way to free ourselves. But our aspiration for freedom is only very short. When a person seeks the total freedom, which itself is absolute happiness, which is in Sanskrit termed as moksha, liberation. is what we all seek, really speaking. That is called Parama Purushartha, the ultimate goal. Your own children are waiting to go to university, isn't it? When they are in the 11th and 12th grade, oh no, I will stay here. I want to go and explore the world. Only after they get beaten up, they come back. So every one of us at all times looking for the true freedom. Chinmaya Guru Aspadam Prati Margadarshanam Tenoktabashanam Guru Mukadidam Yatamaya Shrutam. Guru Mukad, from the very mouth, from the very words of Guru. Edam Maya Shrutam, what I heard. Vicharya Nishchitam Vikasadayakam. When a teacher teaches, he is also using only language that we know. But what he expects the students to do is vichar. Think about it. Those who have heard Gurudev carefully, he would always say at the end of most of the sentence, think. Vichar karo. The last thing that we do in our life is vichar. Thinking is not worrying. The word chintanam is different from chinta. What we do is chinta, not chintanam. Chinta is worry. Chintanam is thinking. Actually, chinta, the worry is absence of thinking. Because when we do worry about something, we are actually not productively thinking. We are blaming ourselves. We are thinking about the helpless condition of ourselves. And we keep blaming the world, situations, destiny, and you will go up to the God also. You the one who deserve. So when we are worried, we are not actually using our energy to think in the productive form. So that's why it is said in the Vedanta Shastra, Avicharya Kruto Bandha Vicharenaiva Nivartate. Avichara Kruta Bandha. Bandhanam is caused by avichara. In the absence of right thinking alone, there is bondage. Avichara Kruto Bandha Vicharenaiva. By thinking alone, Nivartate can be averted. So when the teacher speaks and gives out some ideas which are lofty, which are very high in content and direction, it is not meant for mere repetition. It has to be thought of. How and why? This is said to me. The entire Vedanta literature is about vichara. Because in Upanishads, they have given 4 Mahavakyas. And these 4 Mahavakyas are explained in the entire literature of Upanishads. It is only vichara. What is it known as? Mahavakya vichara. It is the thinking about the 4 great statements. See, in Bhagavad Gita also, at the stage where Arjuna was standing there and said that I do not want to fight. Because I see that there's only bad consequences of this whole war. I'm going to kill many people, and many people are going to be destroyed out of this war. All that. He gives a lot of reasons or logic behind his argument. What did Bhagavan Krishna do? Did he change anything there? He didn't do anything except made Arjuna think. Think correctly. Entire 700 plus verses of Bhagavad Gita is about thinking. How to think. We also think in everyday life, we are human beings. And as a human, man hai to human. Human means what? Man hai to manushya hai. Man ke karan hi manushya hai. Manushya, when you say, it has man. Man means mind. Mind is there, therefore human. And mind means what? Thoughts. We are thinking being. We don't do the things the way animals do. We keep improving. Because we think. We think about what happened, what will happen, and how to do things, right? We do think in the world about many things that we do, but are we thinking it right? So Gita gives us the idea how to think. Also, what are the things you should not think about? Because by thinking is not going to change. So things that cannot change by your thinking, leave it. And things that can be changed by your thinking, you should think about it. What we do is just the opposite. What we cannot do anything, that is called chinta. And what we have to think and change, we don't. Weather is bad, let us say 30, 35. What can you do? Think about it. What can you do? Can you do anything about it? You can't, right? Don't think about it. Finished. It is cold, cold. Finished. Why it is cold? Always it is cold. Whenever I do not want it is cold. You can go on like this, wasting your time. This may look very easy to you. I mean, yeah, some of you, nobody, like you saying, nobody is sitting there and thinking about the weather. Don't we spend so much time in worrying about why others are behaving the way they are behaving? Don't we? Especially if it is your own child. Son or daughter. Why is he thinking like this on me? At least he or she, what are your problem? What's your problem? Oh, sorry, it is my son. That is exactly why I'm saying that. He will think like that because he is your son. That's how it is. What else do you expect? One lady was asked this question. When your son makes a mistake, you are able to forgive him right away. When your husband does that, you don't do the same way. Why? He belongs to other family. My son is my family. Anyways, the point is that why is that we think that others can think like us? Or others should think like that? When you keep doing this, you will realize that you can never solve that problem. Because he or she is an independent person. And he or she is thinking according to what? Her knowledge, her experience, her background, everything. That is not decided by you. So what we need to think, we don't. What we are not supposed to think, we go on. So vichara is very clearly a defined area of your thinking which you can think and change. And that is what Gurudev always said, think. The areas which you leave behind, which can bring about a transformation in you, that you are not thinking about, neglecting that. You think about all other things. This is not Bhagavan Gurudev's own words only. This is exactly where Krishna begins. Ashochanam vashocastvam prajnavadamscha bhashase gatasun agatasunschа nanushocanti pandita. You are thinking about something you should not think about. And you are speaking like a wise person. What is gone dead and what is on the way to death? Men of wisdom don't think about it. Gata soon gone. Agata soon stir. That which is already gone and dead cannot be changed. That which is on the way to the same point, men of wisdom won't spend time on that. About the past, which you cannot change, what's the point thinking about it? Can you do anything, or can you bring about any change on a thing which is of yesterday? It's gone, done, finished. What you can think and change is what is yet to be done, or what is in front of you. Right? We spend so much time in thinking about what is already gone, and we do not have time or energy to think about what should be done right now. Therefore, Bhagavan Krishna says, think correctly. So, when Gurudev's words are taken up, Guru Mukhadidam Yada Maya Shrutam, Guru Mukhadidam Yada Maya Shrutam, whatever is heard from his own mouth by me, Vicharya Nishchitam, very clearly thinking that, and what it lead to? Vikasadayakam, brings about great transformation, enlightenment, achievement. Vikas means progress. Vikasadayakam, that provides and brings forth great progress. Now, many people ask this question, do we need a living guru to lead us to the spiritual path? Or we can get inspired and able to take the path from a person who's already lived and gone. It does not matter whether you are in the company of a living guru, which if you get, you are extremely blessed. Indeed, you will be very blessed if you are able to get the guidance from a living guru. It is said in Vivek Chudamani also, Durlabam Trayam Eva Etat. There are three things that are indeed are greatly blessing, great blessing. And very difficult to get also. Deva Anugraha Hetukam, they are none other than the blessings of the Lord. And they are three. Manushyatvam, being a human. Mumukshutvam, having an aspiration to be free. Mahapurusha Samshraya, able to get the shelter of a man of freedom, or a Mahatma. These three. These three are considered as great blessings. The first one, somehow we got it. Isn't it? Manushyatva, being a human. You have already, I hope all of you are. Anybody who's not here? Being a human is something we already got it, so we are already blessed first. The second one is because of which you are here right now. Mumukshutvam, wanting to be free, wanting to achieve that spiritual goal. That's why we come to satsang, that's why we read the books and listen to, isn't it? Otherwise, our Guruji Swami Tejamanji was asked this question once by somebody. Swamiji, when it comes to some, Hollywood actor or Bollywood actor or this rock stars, so many thousands of people go and see them. When a person like you, who is giving spiritual knowledge, why not so many people don't come? So Guruji said, I am even wondering why you people are coming. Because here it is not some drama or some entertainment going on here. Right? So those who come to such kind of gathering are those who really want to make a sense out of life, to make ourselves better off in our mind, or to evolve ourselves to become more happy, not short-term happiness. So mumukshutvam, desiring to be free. This is the second blessing. The third one is very, very rare to get, is to be in the company of the one who reached there. So, if a living Guru who has reached that state of happiness is there, obviously that is the greatest blessing. But I caution you, the knowledge that will lead you to liberation is not for sale. If somebody is selling you the media, stay far away from that person. The knowledge of the highest reality cannot be valued in money. If somebody says, give me $100 or this course is for $500, understand, he's making money out of you and not giving you the knowledge. If at all it is given, it is for a short-term escape from your problem. That's all. The true knowledge is not for sale. A person who has the true knowledge will not contaminate that with money or commercialization. So a living Guru, then you have to be careful whom you are approaching. A living Guru is embodiment of vairagya, embodiment of dispassion, embodiment of detachment. And so he will not have any value for money, really speaking. So he cannot think knowledge in terms of being to be sold. So therefore, one would be better off if not a person of such stature is not available, even if the person is of the past, but has left behind a legacy, left behind a great traditional knowledge, which would help anyone without any discrimination on caste or color or creed. Such a master's word, such a master's direction, if you take it up and walk, you will reach the same point where he has reached. Therefore, It is not necessary that one should insist on a living Guru, and if at all, as I said, you are able to get a man of such stature who could impart that knowledge, then definitely you are triply blessed. 3 times you are blessed. Manushyatva, Mokshutvam, and the company of a man of knowledge. His own words can be a company. That's why here, Tena Mukta Bhashanam Vicharya Vikasadayakam Bhashanam. So that words that have been uttered by Gurudev, which itself would lead us to progress, those words I have taken few of them and made it in the poetic form for us to remember easily. So those first two verses are about the purpose of this whole composition. Chinmaya Guru Guru Aspadam Prati Margadarshanam Tinokta Bhashanam Guru Mukhadidam Yatamaya Shudam Vicharya Nishchidam Vikasadaya